Hey, yeah, hey, yeah. I want to meet your mama. Ooh, I want to make you. Ooh, I'm just being honest. I, just being honest. One person in here and 5 likes. Thanks, YouTube. Thanks, Obama. Lou, Lou, Lou Skunt. What is up, brother? That's the only time I'm saying your name, dude. Use now Fort Worth, John Eagle. John Eagle, man, share my videos. Please. I love you. News, Nebraska. Adventures with Stinky. What's up? Is that freaking media? Or is that somebody else? News now Fort Worth. Making tomorrow's memories today. When else would you make them? Yesterday? I guess you did make them yesterday. Hold on a second. Let me engage in my disgusting habit off camera real quick. I'm just being honest. Hillsborough Cop Watch. You headed up to the DMV? I believe Hillsborough Cop Watch is going to the same DMV we were trespassed from. Republic, hi, how are you? Ad Cass, what's up? Watch WNY, what's going on? Hit the thumbs up, guys. Charlie Cruz, how are you? Oh, yeah, you like that? Here, let me show you this one. This one's bigger. My left arm's so much bigger. Watch this. Yeah. Let me move my hand out of the way. Oh, whoa, what happened? Angie Burke, what's up? Dusty C. Nolan IX, the 9th. What's up? Donut. I'm not Donut. I'm Apple Fritter. My friends call me Apple Fritter. Bill W., blessings to you, sir. Thanks for being a paid sub. By the way, I'm going to give a flashlight away to my members to my channel. I believe Tuesday night or so. Sometime Tuesday. Hit the thumbs up. It costs 99 cents to join my channel. I don't have a lot of members only stuff. I need to do more because I really do appreciate you. Lou Skunt. Anytime I sign into somewhere now, they say, "Oh, you have to sign in." I'm putting that name. That's all there is to it. Watch my last live after this. Okay. Southeastern PA Community Watch, dude. You are my spirit animal, whether you know it or not. I'd love to do an interview with you. I love the memes you post. I love the videos you post. I love the videos you make. I love your ideology. It's like you're a Filax trapped in a Southeastern PA Community Watch body. That's a little wordy, but you know what I mean. Who's here? Lucky 225. What's up? Z3471 Zert. What's up? Mike Ashwood. Hi. Epic Roller. Man, I can't. The sun is out. The sun is out. But Audit Amplifier. All right. All right. All right. All right. Well, Joe Sanchez. I can't read the names, man. Green. Welcome to the Filax. Thank you so much, Jason Bender. I'm going to give you a wrench. Yeah, anyone that joins, too, I'll give you a wrench. That's the least I could do. Let's see, how do I do that? Add as moderator. It won't bring it up. Why won't it bring it up? Come on, man. Come on, man. Here's the deal. Here's the deal. Do you do a lot of good work? And I'm a fellow diabetic. Thank you, Brian. Dude, I cannot read. What's up, William? Eyes on the State. Audit Amplifier. Jason Bender. Kind of stinky. I kind of take that as a compliment he gave you. I'll be going after lunch. Okay. So Hillsborough Cop Watch. Subscribe to his channel. He's also going up there to see if they trespass him. Eyes, what's up? Gun show, baby. That's right. Looking good. I feel good, dude. I feel good. Blood sugar is perfect. Past 3, 4, 5 days, my blood sugar has been perfect. I called the doctor today. I said, guys, you messed up. I'm not looking to sue. Let's make this a learning opportunity for all of us. She apologized. She said she'll talk to the doctor. Stop taking all them extra meds she put me on. All right. John. Well, I'm sorry, guys. I can't read all this. Charlie Cruz, man, thanks so much for joining. I appreciate it. Jason Bender, thanks so much, dude. If this thing was working, I'd give you guys a wrench, but it is just not cooperating. What am I growing this year? I have a pineapple growing. I got a few grapes right here. You can see them. I've had that plant for like 3 years. I've gotten like 3 edible grapes out of it. They were good though. Better put down Florida stood. What's that mean? Caveman, I'm about to head to the DMV. Yep. Caveman is going to come here. I'll get started. JohnFilax, use my backup name, Duke E. Shoot. Dookie Shoot. I could say Dookie Shoot. I'm not saying the other one. What is all these emojis? What is that green stuff? David Denny, what's up? Where in Florida? I live right near Legoland. You live in Winter Haven? I used to have a restaurant in Frostproof, brother. I got married in Lake Wales. You're a good ways away, man. Sun's out, guns out. What's the update? Oh, you guys want me to get to that? You don't want me to just read these comments? Los Angeles, what's up? Robert English. Perks incoming. There you go. Who's ever giving me money I can barely see, man. Dusty C. Nolan, dude, thanks so much, man. I appreciate that more than you know. They trespass your legal entity, change your political status. Yeah, dude, I get all that stuff. I actually understand it. It all makes sense. But trying to push that is so difficult to do, and they will just ignore you, laugh you out of court, and use force against you. If that stuff worked, honestly, I would love to go that route. I even tried bringing up the jurisdiction argument one time during my bicycle citations, and the judge was like, I have jurisdiction. So I even quoted case law, and the same judge even said, after I showed her my press pass, she goes, you might think this is a press pass. There's no such thing as a press pass. You're a sitting judge, and you don't understand the First Amendment. How is that possible? I have to get you my number, or you will have to give me a number, or we will talk. Yes, JohnFilax@gmail.com, dude, please. I also talked to Lincoln Park Leonidas yesterday. He was so kind to me. He said he can't believe he's talking to me, and I told him the same thing. I can't believe I'm talking to you, bro. Michael Kanowski. This is so hard to read right now. All right, guys, I'm going to stop reading the comments. I'm sorry. I'm going to get back to what I was talking about. Oh, my God, so many comments. Headbanger. Thanks, Headbanger. Thanks, Karen. Tuesday night, man. I'm giving away a nice flashlight, okay? All right, I'm caught up with the comments. Here we go. Update. Thank you, JRock71. I appreciate that. Tarpon Springs, John, let us know how to help. Tarpon Springs. So let me do the update. We were trespassed from the DMV. If you haven't seen my last video, it's called Timothy Daniel Couette files yet another false police report. Hit the thumbs up. There's 120 of you here. So the last video is Timothy Daniel Couette files another false police report to have us trespassed. I believe it's the last video I posted on my channel. He's claiming that we were trespassed for tortuous interference. I hate that word because it sounds like torturous, and it's really tortuous. Stupid. Anyway, it's a common law thing where basically you are interfering in someone's ability to earn a living. So he's saying that we were interfering someone's ability to make a living, when in fact we were there for legitimate reasons. And he interfered with our legitimate business there because we were engaged in our First Amendment right. So, and we're trying to make a living. Journalist is a living, whether you like it or not. All you haters that don't think we're journalists. If we're not journalists and we're not media, how do you know who we are? You sound dumb. When you put out a video, you're media. When I put out a video, I'm media. When I write a article about 9/11 like I did years ago, that's media. If I print, publish, record, and publish something, I'm media. I don't care if you think I'm not legitimate, illegitimate, whatever the case may be. Anyone who picks up a camera, writes an article, speaks into a microphone. Really? You're going to call me right now? Hi, Carolina. Caroline. Sorry. Carolina. Sorry. Hey. Anyway, Where was I? I got to stop looking at the comments. Um, so if anyone was engaged in interference, it was Tim. He told every DMV worker there to stop working because we were recording, which we have every right to do. Another person working on the DMVs is J-Town Express. And whoever lives in this area, Hillsborough, Pinellas, Pasco County, and even Polk County, it's kind of far, but nonetheless, if we get our trespass rescinded, let's all do a mass audit and show up there at the same time. What are they going to do? Have the cops come and trespass 20 people? I'd like to get at least 20 people. That'd be great. We all walk in silent. We go around the perimeter of the place, and we just hold our cameras there. Period. We don't have to do anything more, anything less. Let's see how they act. And I believe our trespass is going to get rescinded. So the update is, Cammed Up Caveman's coming over, and then we're going to drive to the West Judicial Extortion Center, which is this huge government complex of cops and courts and, all the people who are parasites off of our money. And we're going to hand deliver, even though you can do it through email, we're going to hand deliver our trespass appeal to, I believe, an attorney there. And we're going to record the whole thing, maybe go live there, maybe not. Let's see what happens. And that's the update. People are asking me for an update like 6 hours after I put the video. I'm like, man, can I have a weekend? Can I get through the weekend? Can I process some ideas? Anyway, I believe that him making false reports and literally interfering with our ability not only to engage in the First Amendment, but to conduct business inside the DMV, he's interfering with us. Everything he's accusing us of, he's doing. He's interfering with us. He's filing false police reports. He's causing a disturbance. So when and the reason these DMV scum tell their employees to stop working, because if they tell us to stop recording, we won't. But if they tell the DMV workers to stop working, and there's 50 people in there getting their money stolen by the government so they can travel the roads that they already pay for, then they start coming up to us. So he's inciting the public. He's inciting the public to come and attack us. And they did verbally. And the one guy threatened to beat my ass, threatened to throw my phone out the window, so on and so forth. And that foreign lady, I have no right. You have no right. No right to record me. Yeah, we do. Okay, imagine Madonna, she's not so famous anymore, but Taylor Swift, for instance. Taylor Swift is out at a restaurant. There's a million people wondering where Taylor Swift is, and there's a group of photographers, paparazzi, who know where she is, have their camera at the ready, sitting in the cars. The second they see her, they're media too, whether you like it or not. Celebrity news comes from celebrity news media. So what Taylor Swift and them have to do when they're in public, because they're so famous, is they have to create their own privacy. How do they do that? Some of them wear disguises. Some of them wear glasses and scarves and hats. Some of them dress down, etc., etc., etc. So your media, I'm media, Caveman's media, Hillsborough Cop Watch's media, anyone who has a YouTube channel, anyone who writes a Substack, anyone who writes on whatever and publishes it, they're media. You're engaged in free press. Sorry that government parasites don't like it, but the bottom line is they think they're above you when in fact us, you, me, the people are above the government. They're not above us. They're below us. They're the servants. We're the master. And I'm not saying that in a derogatory manner. I'm saying that if we go in there for lawful activity, recording, lawful activity, public record request, lawful activity, pay our extortion fees to be able to travel the roads we already pay for. Think about that logic. How radical is that? Then we're allowed to do that, and they're supposed to serve us. They agreed to it. I'm sorry you weren't informed that you can be recorded as a public employee. I'm sorry you're not informed that when you go out in public, there's no perception of privacy. As soon as I walk out that front door, even if I leave my window open, someone can record inside my house. I just saw Jennifer Lawrence do on a talk show, and she said she had to explain to her young nephew and her sister and her were putting garbage bags up on the window. So they had to explain to their young nephew and son that Aunt Jennifer Lawrence, Aunt Jenny has people who think they know her personally, who are infatuated with her. So we have to do these things to create privacy. That's the bottom line. And the fact that most Americans, outside of the auditor movement and a few other movements, like there isn't many either, because even the conservative movement, Shapiro, Crowder, all them are hardcore bootlickers. They don't see the problem with policing. They don't watch what we're doing. They don't actually see what's going on in the huge injustices of the government. The government, the way they act now is they tell you what to do and you do it, not the other way around. They don't follow the law. Even if you say, and I have when I filed the complaints, I like Crowder, man. He's all right. I just don't like the bootlicking. Shapiro's bad about the bootlicking. Candace Owens, I like them both, but they're bad about bootlicking. They're basically saying, don't commit crimes and there won't be no problem. That is the biggest bunch of trash in the world. Sorry, guys, you're ill-informed when it comes to that. And for being as smart as you guys are, it's a shame that you're ignorant on this topic. Police are the problem. Police don't follow the law. Police do bash your head in for recording. They do bash your head in for not giving an ID, surrendering your rights on their demand. So if you would hit the thumbs up again. So the update is, Cammed Up Caveman's coming over. He drew me up a trespass warning. I believe I helped him do his first one, and he got it rescinded. So we're going to head up to the West Judicial Pasco Extortion Center, Government Center, same thing. And we're going to serve this trespass appeal in person, and then they have 30 days, I guess, from there to either give us a hearing or rescind the trespass. And I believe one of my subscribers said there's like only 2 cases in Florida where that actually went to trial. So what it is they issue the trespass on a whim, based on the feelings of Timothy Couette, and they take his word for it. Don't listen to our side. And when we tell them they're making a false report, they're like, we don't care. Do a trespass appeal. False report, filing a false police report, whether it's trespass or not, is a crime. So when he says, like, Caveman wasn't even recording. Caveman wasn't even recording. He got trespassed for recording. Caveman tells the cop, I wasn't recording. The cop goes, well, you told us you were. Well, they told us you were. Nonsense. Lies. Lies, 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 lies. So, what else? That's the update. I'd love to do a mass audit of this place. Jeff Gray, I also spoke to Jeff Gray. Jeff Gray says every time he gets trespassed, he files an appeal and it always gets rescinded. He has never had a chance to go to a trespass appeal hearing because they have nothing. We're doing nothing but standing still, recording in public, a constitutional right enshrined in the Constitution. That's why there's a First Amendment auditor movement. Like, I'm not saying we're founding father material because they're willing to die literally for the cause against the British. We're like modern day, different approach patriots. Because at this point, one person alone, and even as many auditors as there is now, unless we all assembled in one place at the same time, which is next to impossible because you're spread out throughout the United States, there's not enough. You need constant pressure on these people in order to affect change. And if the media and the mainstream media doesn't pick another thing, the mainstream media is hardcore bootlickers. Even the media, when they do a news piece about auditors, they go, First Amendment aside. First Amendment, how do you start your news story when you're using the First Amendment to make a living? The reason you get to spew your venom on TV is because of the First Amendment. And the first thing you say about the auditing movement is, First Amendment aside. No! First Amendment, period. Not First Amendment aside. First Amendment front and center. 14, okay, and that's another thing I want to bring up. So I reported a crime to 5 cops. None of them wanted to do it. When I asked the Sergeant Shuckface, his name's Sergeant Shuck, if he's going to make sure this report is accurate and follow the law, he just went blank, and then he gets on the phone and probably calls a superior because he don't even know what to do. None of them know the law. They don't go by the law. They go by their garbage training they get that it's us versus them, and the only thing that matters as a cop is to make it home to your family at night, regardless of how many people's lives you affect, ruin, and or end. What else? Thanks, Joe, man. I love you too. That's where we're at. So they didn't take the report. Now, so we have to file. Now, so Caveman filed police complaints about Deputy Crawford and Deputy Schrock, you know, the kid that looks like he's 15 years old. And they have no clue. And he kept saying, which law says you can record? I'm like, the First Amendment. Seriously? Another thing about when you file a complaint with the police, you could say, like I did last time, I go, they violated this law, they violated this law, they violated this law. And they keep coming back with, we've done a review and they haven't violated any of our policies. And I keep writing back, I didn't say they violated your policy. I said they broke the law, not they violated your policy. Do not write back to me about your policies. I don't care about your policies and procedures. Follow the law, law enforcement. And for the people who say this is all about clicks and views and blah, 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 I've been doing this before the internet started. I used to go around with a little 8mm camera. As a matter of fact, in Sebring, Florida one time, when I still had the restaurant, IRS agents were there. And I don't know if you guys know this, but there literally is no law that exists in Title 26, the Internal Revenue Code, that says Americans living and working in the United States are liable to pay a tax on their labor, an income tax. Title 26, Section 861 says who is liable to pay a tax on their labor. It's people who live outside the United States but earn their money from within the United States. It's people who live in the United States but earn their money from outside the United States. And the proof positive is that when you go to a casino and you win a certain amount of money, when I worked at the casino, they give you a form, a 1040 or something. And then you voluntarily turn in your taxes. There's millions of people who don't file taxes. There's millions of people who don't pay taxes. It's all 99% intimidation. And don't get me wrong, they will SWAT you if you get big enough, bad enough, and have enough money for them to raid you and steal all your money and clear out your bank accounts. But there is no law. There's no law. You could look up Whitey Harrell, where I think her name's Marcy Brooks, was the one juror in that case. God bless you, Marcy, who said during the trial, Whitey Harrell says, you show me the law that says I'm liable to pay a tax on my labor, and I will pay every penny you're asking for. And they just went silent, just like Sergeant Shuck, went completely silent. So this juror says, there's your moment. He said he'd pay every penny if you could just show him the law that makes him liable to pay income tax. So she fought it, and then she went in the jury room and she goes, guys, all he asked for was the law. So the jury sends a note to the judge saying, please show us the law. They asked him for the law. So the judge writes back, you have all the information you need. And then there was a foreigner in that jury who said, what I love about America as a juror, and remember this when you're a juror, not only do you get to judge and rule on the evidence of the case, you get to also rule on the law itself. If you believe the law is unjust, you can just say, no, I'm not doing it. Hang the jury. Do not convict people for victimless crimes and taxes. And tax court's a joke anyway. You're guilty till you prove yourself innocent. That's not even an American court. How is that an American court? What justification do they have for that? They're accusing you of something, and then they're under threat of force and violence. You got to go into court and prove yourself innocent. If you went to a real court, you would go in there and go, all right, show me the evidence you have against me. Instead, they go, no, you prove that you paid the right amount of taxes, even though you signed under penalty of perjury. So there's that. I'm not telling you not to pay your income taxes. I do my taxes every year. I have a license plate. I have a driver's license. But just know it's under threat, duress, and coercion. Because if I wasn't under threat of a SWAT team, if I wasn't under threat of my freedom being impeded on the side of the road under threat, I would never do these things, and neither would you. Nobody would go to a DMV and get paid permission to carry around a slave card for permission to drive on the roads that you already pay for. That is, he was a foreigner. He was an American citizen, but came from a different country. And he said, what I like about this country is that I get to rule on the law itself as a juror. You have that power. This is a message we need to get out there. If you're on a jury, don't let them, unless there's a victim or damages or trespass or some serious provable endangerment, do not vote guilty. So there you go, guys. Hit the thumbs up on your way out. As far as people make the argument, if there's no license plate and somebody gets in an accident, you could just run off. How about you put an identifying number? The factory puts a unique tag on the car that comes with the car, and they can look it up that way. You don't need to pay for permission to register. Why would you register your private property? That's like, oh man, I have a brick over there. I better go to the government and tell them I have a brick. I better register it with the government. Registration always leads to confiscation, and that's why they're trying that angle with the Second Amendment too. Because if you don't believe me, when you register your car, all of a sudden, now they could just steal your car. They'll make up some, oh, we're taking your car. You want it back? Pay us more money. You can't pay us? We're going to auction off your car. They literally seize your private property when you register it. That's why you should never register your guns. You never vote for anyone talking about gun registration or common sense gun control, because if they take away the Second Amendment, that's it, dude. That's the only thing keeping us free right now, because there's hundreds of millions of gun owners and hundreds of millions of guns and billions and billions and billions of rounds of ammunition, and no army or government in the world can stand up to the American gun owner. And I promise you, that's right, jury nullification is the most powerful thing you can do, one of the most powerful things. No army or government in the world could stand up to the American gun owner. There's a Japanese general who made a quote saying, the reason you can't invade America is because there's a rifle behind every blade of grass. That's why they don't put foot soldiers ever on American soil. We could literally get rid of the army, and the American citizens could fight off any foreign adversary outside of being nuked. Chris Dorner was a LAPD cop who was an honest guy, came out of the military, and he got effed with so bad and racism, and they tried to pull the good old boy, just shut up and do what we say. We don't care what you have to say. And he went on a rampage. I'm not saying he's right for going on a rampage, but he was one guy. He got their top brass. He went on the run for weeks and weeks and weeks, and they were spending millions in resources trying to find this guy. And by happenstance, he was trying to get away, and his car stalled, and they went and just burned down the building, Waco style, that he was in. I would have loved to see that trial. Anyway, that's it, man. I'm going to go smoke 10 cigarettes now and drink some fruit punch. Right on. Thank you, everybody, for watching. I'm going to go print up that trespass appeal that Caveman drew up for me. Add my details to it. We're going to go up there and turn it in, and stay tuned. Love you long time. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming in. Thanks for the donations and everything. Please share my videos. Of course, YouTube's been shadow banning me for like 2-3 years now. How do you get to 250,000 subs, can't get any views on your videos, and all of a sudden your subs just, not only that, they just turn off your notifications, and they won't let you contact your subs. There should be a way for me to contact my subs. I earn my subs. They're my subs. YouTube didn't do anything to earn the subs. I should be able to say, this is what's going on, guys. This is the video I'm putting out, and every one of my subscribers should be able to get the message. They should have the option to block messages for me. That's fine, but just flat out, I can't contact my subscribers, is straight garbage. All right, guys. Again, I have 250,000 subs, and I'm not saying only, I appreciate every one of you, but only 100 or 200 people come in here. Other people go live, and they have thousands and thousands and thousands of people on their live stream. All right, everybody. Much love. Have a good day. Don't let your meatloaf. And just so you know, the devil whispered to me, he said, I'm coming for you. And I whispered back,
That's gay.
all right, everybody. See you later.